Let's pick up where we left off. I think we had just completed some research here. We unlocked the forge and the silo, and then some more research that we can do. Wanted to make sure we pick another research. So let's come down to our school and see what's next on the list. How about how about machinery? I like that. That's going to take a while too. It consumes a lot of red coins and a lot of paper. And does it tell us what that unlocks? Yeah, the machine shop, which we're going to need, I think, in order to build the metal conveyor belts. And metal conveyor belts, caravan, I've not used, harvester drill, I've not used much of any of that, but we definitely need it. Railways, I think we also need. Let's take a quick look at the victory conditions. Yeah, we're going to need to build the rail tiles in the machine shop, it looks like. All right, so let's close that one out and go back to the school and look at machinery. So this is going to unlock the machine shop, which we need, and the metal conveyor belts. Railways will allow us to build the rail that we need. And we just unlocked that research, so now I can research it. Boat building. Oh, boat building is going to give us the fishery. We need that for the victory condition of the fishery and the fish stew. Maybe that's the one. Fluid pipes will save us workers. And that one's kind of quick. Let's knock out let's knock out the fluid pipe. I think that's going to be pretty fast. So we'll select that and then we'll just take a look. And that's off and running. We've got tons of paper in inventory, so that you can see that's going to be done really quick. All right, so we're in good shape there, and it's burning through our coins as well really quick. We talked about maybe increasing the amount of planks that we're producing because we're selling these off, and that's giving us red coins, and then so are these stone bricks. And we could use more of both, to tell you the truth, to crank up the red coin production. We've got 48 workers, so let's beef this up a little bit. I'm going to put 3 more workers on the stone. And when we clear this patch of stone, it's also going to allow us to have more room for houses. So those guys will go, and hopefully that will speed up our stone brick production, and we'll get some more red coins for that. And then let's do the same thing here on the planks. We can see that the wagon is keeping up with the output. Although we've got a lot of input already, we might need to add some workers here. So let's just do it. Let's add a few workers here and really get going on the planks so we can sell those. We also need to think about this forest here. So these guys are, oh, look at that. Look how fast research got done. Wow. All right. Well, we'll get back to that. But what I was going to say is this forest is kind of far from the mill, lumber mill, and our workers right now are carrying those things. I think we can try and work out something with a chute, or maybe we need to look at the cloth conveyors somehow and see if we can pull items from either a barn that we put nearby the forest here or even a crate. I'm not sure if that would work or not. Anyway, let's see. We got the fluid pipe done. That's going to help us wherever we're using a well. So I'm not sure that we have anybody using a well right now. We have a well sitting here for later, but I kind of wanted to knock that one out anyway. So let's go down and pick the next research. What do we got? We got intermediate logistics. This unlocks a sorter, a pusher, a splitter, a blocker, a filter, and a merger. And to be honest, I've not used any of those yet. So we'll have to see if we have a need for those things. I don't have a way of like seeing tooltips on those. So I'm going to hold off on that one. We got boat building, which gives us the fishery. We got the railways, which would probably help us start building the rail we need for the victory conditions. We got a mine cart. I'm going to do machinery, even though this is going to take a while. let's get this one going. All right, that one takes 6 coins and 8 paper. So right now the school has a backlog of paper, 122 paper. We've got 5 workers in the lumber mill. Let's go with that. This one's going to be a little slower. That's fine. We're moving pretty quick on that research, actually. It's pretty good. So yeah, I was looking at these trees over here, and our workers are carrying these by hand all the way over there. And I'm just wondering if there's a way that I can use a chute or something. There is an issue here in that it's not totally level. So what I'm gonna do, let's take a look at the land here. I think I'm gonna have to rip out this fence, to tell you the truth, to make room for a chute. So I just grabbed the chute and I'm gonna right click and see if it lets me delete. Yeah, so I've got the chute selected. I'm just right clicking over this fence to delete it. And I'm gonna drag a chute through here. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'll replace this one with one that's kind of heading towards our lumber mill. And again, we can use this to speed up our plank production. Okay, we're gonna have to start doing this kind of thing. The scaffolding, and we may need to put stairs down or ramps for these guys to walk up. Let's just see. Let's take this worker and have him drop off there. Yeah, he can get to it. Here comes a couple more. Let's have him drop off here, and then as these guys come by, we'll reassign them to just drop off here. This guy, here. All right, here comes one. You right there. All right, that should speed things up, and we won't have these guys walking so far. This guy looks like he's waiting for his turn. I think I can actually speed this up by putting a platform here and maybe another platform here and a way for these guys to get up there. A ramp and road, maybe? We'll just see if that helps. I don't know. It looks like no one's using it yet. These guys are queuing up to get to that. Not crazy about that. What we can try, let's try to make it to angle this chute here. I'm gonna get rid of that one and do one of these. And I have to, there's a way to pick this up. Let's see, move tool. Pick up item, is there a shortcut for that? Pick up item? I think there's a shortcut for that. Okay, so now these guys are all blocked. Let's get this guy out of here. This guy out of the way. This guy out of the way. And let's... How about we do something like this? Get this guy back out of the way. Out of the way. Oh, the way. And we'll extend this chute through here. All right, and we'll get this guy back to work. Why isn't that moving? That should be rolling. Let's use that little tool again to grab the item. Tools, pick up item. There he goes. All right. This guy looks like he's trapped. Let's just see if he can... I don't know where he went. There he is. Can you do anything, buddy? Can you do anything? He might be stuck. This guy... Here. Okay, looks like he made his way through. All right. So those guys are all producing wood, and that's a lot faster than them walking that whole distance. We could still use more lumber. Another thing we can do to speed this up is put another path here. It's going to be another set of chutes. It's going to be a little tricky, I bet. Let's just see if these actually roll the direction we want them to. Maybe we start coming over this way. All right. And I'm going to drop more workers. We have more workers. So let's get these guys dropping onto that one. And we'll just see if these roll the way we want them to roll. All right, so now we're speeding that up. And again, the whole purpose of doing that was getting more planks, and then so we can sell them at the market, the general store, I should say. And that'll bring up our happiness, or keep it above 40 and approach 50, hopefully. And we'll get more red coins, which we know we're going to need. I think we need them for this, actually. Let's see. And we got to get iron going. And houses, we're good on houses. We've got everything built. I still have 38 more workers. That looks good. That looks really good with the wood here. So hopefully they can clear this out. I could even branch over here with these guys, tell you the truth. Let's do that. Why don't we put a chute here, and just to speed things up for these guys. And I can grab them here. Go ahead. Here, go ahead. And there's a worker way in there. Here, go ahead. All right, look at that. Look at that. All right, we're in really good shape here. So this guy, we've got 5 workers on it. We've got a production bonus. We're up to 280% speed, producing planks. All of these planks right now are being sold. We have some planks still here in storage, 258, but we're not accumulating anymore. They're all being queued up to be sold. Let's just see if that makes sense. I'm wondering if we should store some, because we're going to end up running out. Let's drop another wagon down. And this guy will help make sure that we always have some in storage. All right, so we're selling some and we are storing some because we're going to use those for building and things. All right, we've got a couple things to do. We can build out this farm for the grain. That'll get us more yellow coins. And it looks like, I didn't even notice, but all of our grain guys are gone, right? We've used up that little patch of grain that was over here. So I wonder where they went. Let's have this guy do berries for now. And let's just see. It looks like right here is one of them. I'm going to rotate. And these guys were my berry workers, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to just send them over here for a second. And let's just leave those guys there and let's get this farm going. What I want to do initially, let's see, we're going to produce grain for a mill and generate flour and go sell that, and that'll be extra yellow coins. And then we're also going to produce animal feed out of this. And we're probably going to need a special one of those logistic blocks to pull out just the animal feed, I think like we did in the last playthrough, and push that to a pasture. And then we can have that pasture maybe doing milk, because we're going to need for this fish stew butter. And I'm guessing the butter needs to be, I'm guessing milk goes into that. So cooked fish, butter, tomato, and fuel. All right. Let's get jamming on that. Let's drop a mill. We can always rearrange these things. Boom. Buildings. Grain mill. And I want to do it like here. And I want this grain coming out of here. Boop. Boop. Let's do it. Let's have this guy like that. We can save ourselves a worker. Let's pick a recipe here for the grain mill. Flour for now. Later we'll do the animal feed. Pretty soon, actually. And now we want to get this grain all the way into the food market here. And we're going to do that with a cart. I'm going to delete these workers just for now. Boom, boom, boom. And I need a road all the way out there. What makes the most sense? I think we're going to have to do some zigzagging, unfortunately. Let's just drag some road here. Here and here. And then we can double this up. Just have an abundance of preparedness. When we get lots of carts going around, we'll appreciate having that extra space. And now let's get our wagon. Workers, wagon, boom. And let's take that flour and drop it off at the, not the lumber mill. Drop the flour off at the food market. Right? We got a lot of workers. It wouldn't hurt to probably speed this up, right? And have generate a bunch of yellow coins. We can always dial this back when we're ready or when we need workers. So we're going to need more than one wagon since this is such a long trip. Let's go drop another wagon. And take the flour and sell it. Look at this, more yellow coins. Why that guy is not taking the road? That was curious. Let's see if this guy chooses to do the same thing. No, he's taking the road. Maybe it just wasn't. I don't know what he was doing. And you can see how these guys need to get out of each other's way, these wagons. So the 2-lane road helps. 3-lane or 4-lane road helps even more when you get really big cities. Going to really big villages, I should say. Let's just take a look. I could still drop one more wagon down at least, right? Let's do it and get more coins. Worker, wagon, boom. Wagon, grab some flour and sell it at the market. All right, good to go. And this grain, as you harvest it, the farm will replenish the grain that's at least highlighted there. And there's our machinery research, and that was the long one. That's done. What do we get? Machine shop we can build. We have a packager that is unlocked. And I believe what the packager does is it takes a number of items, packs them up in a package, and I think you have to wire it. You have to have a packager at both ends. Once to package the good, then you transport it however you want, and then you unpackage it so you can use it. And it's just a way of effectively compressing your transit routes or your belts or whatever you're using, just to move more along the same distance. All right, we got the metal conveyor belt unlocked. We know that's made in the machine shop. I'm pretty sure we're going to need metal for that, and we don't have that going. Let's see. We're now, what we just got done, we're getting some more yellow coins, so that's good. Let's go back to the school and queue up the next research. How about boat building? That'll work. That'll get us the fishery too. And let's see how these guys are doing. So he chewed up all that backlog of paper because that last research took so much. No reason not to spin down. I put down at least a couple more guys here to chew on these trees. Boom. And you can go boom. And then we can probably speed up the whole process by adding a little more shoot length for them. And do. And then we're probably going to need a plat. Oh, okay. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. All right, let me grab that tool again. Build tools, pick up item, boop. Now this should be good. And when you do pick up an item, I believe it puts it right in your general storage in your base, so you don't lose it. Right click off of that, and maybe one more shoot. Will it take it? No. Let's see if I do the platform. Boom. And I do a shoot. Boom. All right. Can they get to it? That guy's got to go around, unfortunately. Let's see if I drop down one of these scaffold blocks if he doesn't have to make that trip all the way around. It looks like he does. Kind of a bummer. Let's see. I'm gonna rotate. Let's see if I can put a ramp there. Maybe even just a dirt path and see if he can find his way up. There he goes. Okay. So what we did there is we just put a little path up, and made it that terrain so that he can walk up and drop that log on there. Great. 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 All right, we're in good shape. We're in really good shape. All right, so those guys are harvesting wood and paper for our research. We're going to run out of research before we get our stuff built. All right, doing good there. Doing good there. Tons of planks being created so fast we can't even sell them fast enough. So if we look at the general store and we click on happiness, we can see that the planks are at 100%. We could produce some more stone, it looks like, but we're at 100% happiness out of that. That's pretty good. Nails, all the stuff we're not making yet, except, let's see, we are making cloth. We could sell cloth. Let's see, but that's way over here, isn't it? Do. Workshop. All right, we're out of room here. Let's upgrade this barn a couple levels. I'll keep these guys going. And we have so many wagon wheels now, 156. I'm going to take some of these workers off and maybe change them to doing the cotton instead of the wood. And maybe I'll intentionally let this one worker deliver wood kind of slow, because we've got a lot of wagon wheels right now, 166. And I don't want this whole barn to get filled up with that. I'd rather have it filled up with the cloth, to tell you the truth. All right. That is that. What's next? Let's look at our victory conditions once again. All right, base, we're one level away from that. The mine, we're waiting on. The fishery, we're researching now. We looked at doing this fish stew, and we figured we needed butter. Let's see. All right, I think we need a kitchen. Let's see, where can we put the kitchen? Let's build a kitchen. Buildings. At least we'll take a look. Well, right around here. And let's see what it takes to make butter. Butter just takes milk. So let's have this guy. Well, we could make bread and get even more coins. So bread gives us 12 yellow coins. The flour right now is giving us 4. So we're effectively getting, what, 8 coins out of 2 flour? But we could be getting 12. And I would have to supply a fuel source. We've got coal way over here. That's kind of not super convenient to the kitchen. But we've got wood here we could use for fuel. Let's leave it as it is and focus on the milk. So let's get a pasture going. Boom. Buildings and pasture. And let's put this here. This may be where our pipes kind of come into play. All right. Boom. And for this pasture, we want to make milk. So let's grab milk. It's going to take 2 feed and 2 water. And we're going to get milk and we're going to get fertilizer. So let's go for milk. And now we got to put down our logistics block to get the animal feed out of here. First, let's make it. We'll supply. Oops. Let's see here. Farm. Oh, the mill. I'm sorry. Mill needs to produce that. Animal feed. There we go. Let's take a look. I wonder if I can. What's it take to make a cloth conveyor belt? I'm wondering if I can just use a cloth conveyor belt to take this animal feed over. For now, we'll come and optimize that later. Let's grab the animal feed and send it to the pasture with a worker. It's easy enough. He'll just stand there and do it. In fact, it's probably better to use a wagon for that, but that's fine. Let's use a wagon. Drop a wagon. Build. Worker. Wagon. In fact, you know what? I'm going to delete that. I got a bunch of them queued up here, not being used, so I'm going to use one of these. We're going to take this animal feed and drop it off here. Boom. There he goes. Those guys are both waiting for flour to be produced. And part of the reason is our grain. We've kind of exhausted the grain, and a lot of this is growing, and we've only got one farmer. Let's pump that up. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. That'll produce more. Everything that we need. So let's just see. I'm waiting to see if these guys produce flour. They're getting grain. Here comes the flour. There they go. This could even produce more. Let's put another worker on that. Okay. I need to store that fertilizer. So what we can do, let's just try the silo. And I want to use the fertilizer to build some farm tiles around here for those tomatoes, and then maybe actually put farm tiles underneath this existing grain, and that'll speed up their growth. But boy, it doesn't seem like it wants to. We're in kind of a little dicey area as far as the level goes. Oh, and I need metal. That's why it's not letting me do it. What can I do? What can I do? I need to get that into general storage. So let's take a wagon. Build a wagon and take that fertilizer all the way into town. Unfortunately, and we'll drop it off at our base. The other thing I can do is build a barn around here. Let's just take it to the base. Can. Whoops, I don't think I did that quite right. Right click and right click. All right. So that guy should collect fertilizer unless he's jammed up, which he might be. Oh, and I got to get water to the pasture here. Let's build or let's go take that well. We have that extra well over here that's not being used, so let's do it. Boom, move tool. And here we go. And we will set that here. How about here? And then let's do the pipes so we don't have to use a worker. Pipe. We got the fluid connector that we put on both sides. I got to rotate this, and we will put. Oh, let's see if we got issues with the land. It doesn't look like it. It almost looks like it's not level. The way this thing. Let's just. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to do it. All right. Let's try moving it. Let's move it here. Let's go back to pipes, see if we can get that going. I wonder if I need two. It looks like it might need two spaces. We'll keep trying. Tool, move. How about back one more? And now pipes. And pipes. And I'm just going to click and drag. Let's see. It does not want to do it. Oh, you know what I got? Is that well positioned correctly? Let's see. Move tool. Tools. Move. I might need to rotate this. No, he's positioned correctly. All right, back to the pipes and the fluid pipe connector. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to rotate this. Boom, boom. I'm going to go to pipes. And I should be able to drag. I wonder what's going on. Okay, can't afford fluid pipes. What do I need? Oh, I got to make the pipe. All right. So we make pipe at the workshop. Let's pick a workshop to do that in. We can either do it here. We've got a lot going on. I don't think the lumber mill might do it actually. All right, let's have the lumber mill make us some pipes. And I'm just going to drop a worker for that. You can pick up the pipes and drop them off at the base. And we're going to need metal to get our base up, our iron plates. And one more level on that, we satisfy the victory, one of the victory conditions. So that guy's making pipes, so we should see some of those come in. Let's just try it and see. Build menu, pipes, pipe. Oh, finally. All right. So now we got our water, we got our animal feed, we're getting milk out, and we're getting fertilizer out. I already have a worker set up to, or a cart, a wagon, a wagon set up to take the fertilizer to our general storage. And we're going to use that fertilizer to build some farm tiles on our farm. So let's just see. Wait, let's see here. Let's take a look and see if we've got any already there. I'm going to build farming and farm tile. And let's see if we can drop some of these down. Okay. Nope. Okay, the fertilizer hasn't made it yet to storage. Let's see. Just wait 1 second. There we go. Boom. Boom. Okay. And so here we can build, now we can plant the tomatoes that we talked about. And we can actually drop these underneath grain. But for these new tiles, let's go ahead and plant tomatoes. I think that just takes coin. We'll find out. Farming. Plant tomato. 20 coin. Boom. Boom. So we can get some of those going. And we need to clear the milk. Let's take the milk to the kitchen. I might actually, let's drop some road here if we can. And another wagon, and let's get milk to the kitchen so we can produce the butter. Wagon, milk, kitchen, butter. Boom. All right, so now we're producing butter. Let's see where we sell that in the meantime. Can we sell butter here? Yes, we can. We get 12 yellow coins. That's not bad. All right. So we're collecting fertilizer that allows us to build more farm tiles and get some tomatoes going. Right now, I've just have them planted and they're being produced here. Let's see. It takes a while for them to grow. Let's put down some more farm tiles. Farming. Farm tile. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Plant some more tomatoes. And then we'll wait for more fertilizer to accumulate. And then we can add a bunch more farm tiles to this farm. But we got some basic stuff going here. We got our flour being sold. We've got fertilizer being saved. We've got milk heading over to the kitchen. And for the time being, we can sell that butter until we're really ready to make the fish stew. So let's drop another wagon. And have him take the butter to the food market. And that's going to help us with our yellow coins. So now we're doing pretty good on coins. We've got 2,000 yellows and 1,000 red. So we're in good shape. In fact, I could probably upgrade all the houses. And I got to pick a research. Let's go for the fishery now. That'll start consuming some of the red coins. All right. Let's see what is next. Let's see what the recipe is for that fish stew. So fish stew, we've got to have cooked fish. And cooked fish, I think, is in here too. Just takes fish and fuel. So we're going to need to find a way to get some fuel to this kitchen for sure. Then we've got butter, which we're producing. We have the tomatoes. We're getting pretty close here. I just got to get fuel. So we can do coal, or I can do wood. I can just grab some of this local wood here. This wood's just kind of in the way, actually. Let's do that. Let's see. Select recipe. What can we do first? We can do the cooked fish. So let's do that. And instead of taking, let's see what we got here. Is this getting depleted? I can't tell if this fish gets depleted or if it just stays. We have one guy collecting fish here and taking it to, I think he's still taking it to the house. Is he? All right, let's see. I don't know if I can get a wagon down here to take some of this fish. Let's try it. Best way to find out. Workers, wagon, boom. And I don't think he can get up there, but I'm going to try. Fish all the way over to the kitchen. And let's just see if he can make it or how he goes. I don't know that he can go upstairs. Oh, look at that. He can go upstairs. Awesome. I'm going to put a little bit of road down here to speed this up. I'm just not sure about this fish, if this is going to be exhausted. Let's go down and look at the school. All right, we're about ready to have a fishery. Let's look at that. If it tells us, unlocks the fishery. All right, well, we'll see about that building. If that has to be placed near fish or if it finds fish and generates them like a farm. But we got a bunch of fish way over here. Let's see, where else? I thought I saw another patch. Up here, maybe? Yeah, a bunch of fish here. So maybe that's where we'll end up having our fishery, somewhere around here, and then we can bring that fish down to the kitchen, and that'll get us our cooked fish. Now we got to get, let's just get a couple workers getting fuel ready for the kitchen. And let's try the crate. I haven't used that yet. Building. Let's just see how that works. Crate. I'm going to drop a crate down here. And let's see if I can have a couple. I think all I'm going to need is one, tell you the truth. One worker, deliver food to the crate. And then I'm going to have a wagon take wood from the crate and bring it to the kitchen. Let's see if that works. All right. Well, that works. And that's a little faster. I could put a road in here, but I don't think the kitchen burns through fuel that fast, actually. We'll find out. So now we're producing cooked fish. We can sell that for 4 coins. That's not much. I would have thought that would have been more. So let's look at their kitchen recipes again and see how close we are to doing the fish stew. We've got the butter being made. We've got the cooked fish being made. We are growing tomatoes and we're bringing fuel. We're close to doing this. Oh, there we go. We got the fishery. That may help us on this objective. Let's go make sure we're queuing up the next research. Keep things moving. Railways. Mining. What's it going to take for mining? Railways. Okay, let's do railways. And these guys are doing fine on paper. So everybody's pretty good. I think we're fairly optimized over there. Back to it. We need to think about these tomatoes. Let's see if we can grow some more with some farm tiles. So hopefully we've accumulated some fertilizer. Farming, farm tiles. I'm just going to click and drag. Click and drag. And click and drag. I can even put them here, I guess. All right, that's it. That's all the coins I got. Or all the fertilizer I've got. Now we'll go in and drop or plant some tomatoes. Here we go. Plant tomato. 20 yellow coins. We got tons of those. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Okay. A couple other things we can do. If we supply water to this farm, we can speed up the production. So let's do that with a worker. Can I do that with a cart? I'm not sure if I can do it with a wagon. Let's try it. Worker, wagon. Let's drop him down. Can he pick up water? I guess so. And drop it off at this farm. Yep. All right. So now we're supplying water. That's going to speed up our production. And we can also do fertilizer, but I'm going to hold off on that because I want to save the fertilizer for building more farm tiles. And then if we have extra fertilizer, we can use it to supply directly to the farm. But that water should speed things up as well. We're waiting on animal feed. And have we wired that in yet? Let's see. This guy's waiting on grain, and this guy's dropping tomatoes. Okay, so here's an example where we need that logistics block, because now we've got tomatoes kind of blocking up this line. So let's do that first. Build logistics blocks, grabber. Let's drop him down here. Boom. And then we'll get off of that menu, click on him. And for the filter, we want grain going to the mill and only grain. So now I'm going to go back to my tool to get those items out of the chute that are just blocking things up. Okay, so that restores our grain production and feed and all that stuff. So that was kind of clogged. We're good there. I do need to get tomatoes out of this farm. I'm not sure how a cart's going to get to that, but let's just see. Or a wagon. Workers, wagon, boom. Let's just see how it works here. Bring some tomatoes to the kitchen. Okay, he can get it from there. All right. That's a little slow. I could set up some roads and things. But now I need to select the fish stew in order for the kitchen to take that in as inventory. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. I'm just looking at our inputs here. And we are making fish stew. Let's check out the victory conditions, how many we need. We might be all set on this one. Yeah. All right. We need to produce 50 fish stew. That's all in motion. We're selling butter along the way, which might be slowing down the fish stew production, but we've got a lot of time because we still have to make these metal conveyor belts and the rail ties. So we should be in pretty good shape, just leaving that as it is, kind of on autopilot right now, and we'll meet that victory condition. I think we should be looking at the metal actually, because that's going to help us upgrade our base, and that will knock off that first victory condition for the map. So let's just take a look here. Yeah, we need 40 metal. It's produced by, or iron plates. It's produced by the forge. I think we can build a forge. I think we unlocked that quite a while ago. Let's just check build and forge. And I believe that's going to take iron and coal. And we've got that all over here. So we've got a bunch of iron way up here and a bunch of coal way over there. So maybe way down this hill, maybe we can leverage some chutes or look into building some cloth conveyor belts initially and get this iron and this coal in one place. But let's leave that for the next episode. We'll wrap this one here. We got our fish stew going, so that's huge. We got our farm and our pasture up and running. We've got tomatoes growing. I'm not sure if we upgraded houses in this one. I don't think we did, but we are in good shape. We've got looks like 17 workers we can hire if we want. Our happiness is up to level 50, so we're getting a good production bonus off that. Our school has been rocking and rolling through our research. We're on our way to having the railway research done. We've only got 1 or 2 more research left to go for this campaign, and then we'll be done with the school. So we're rocking and rolling. So let's leave it here for now. And when we come back, we will look at getting the iron plates produced and then possibly look at building some of these rail ties or the railway, and then also upgrade our base and meet that victory condition. All right, this is Glidercat signing off for now. Again, thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.